Wait, I want to read this first. Leaving your shelter. I already read that. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town on Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Mary Jane is still rather sick. Water is what Mary Jane needs. We can't just sit around. There has to be some water left. Yeah, they all need water. Yeah, this is not gonna last long. We try to keep track of dates, but they just don't add up. Luckily, Timmy remembered it's his birthday today. We should get him a present or cake, or both, so it's settled. We're making a soup cake, but what about the gift? Await further instruction, make contact with bracelet. Oh. When we were taking cover in the shelter, we barely had time to grab anything, so the checker set is missing half its pieces. It seems you can still play with the one half, since Timmy has been enjoying himself. Still rather sick, no longer thirsty. Jane diet could use a little food. Okay, they're all hungry now. There isn't a lot of space down here, and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate? Yes, investigate. You don't have anything better to do. Uh-oh, there's a knock on the door. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside. What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, a reptile, or whatever this crazy mad creature was, leapt out and started jumping all over the damn shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it. Before we could do anything, it pushed our radio off the table and went back in the hole it crawled from. We never saw it again. Mary Jane's condition isn't any better, no longer hungry. I know they're sick. I have nothing to do about it. Oh no. Well, offers 2 water in exchange. Well, this is the only thing I have, sadly. I'm lurking, by the way. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I finally started watching Walking Dead after a 9-year break, and it's getting exciting. I stopped at season 7. I watched like 4 seasons. I don't remember. I stopped at a certain season because it was too repetitive, in my opinion. We exchanged goods with the trader, and she went her way. Before she left, she insisted that we should listen to the radio broadcast if we ever want to get out of that shelter. If we don't cure Mary Jane soon, everyone has to drink sometimes. Oh my god. This is terrible. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple of hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to... don't do it. I mean, if he enjoys... Why did my... Oh god. What happened to him? My headphones just randomly decided to turn themselves off. why you're not okay. Everyone is sick. Flashlight can be a source of light or a signaling device. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. When scavenging for supplies, one should check every possible corner, even if it doesn't seem promising. With that in mind, we ventured into the ruins of the local bank, hoping to find something more than piles of useless pre-apocalypse coins. On one of the counters, we found a suitcase full of money. It looked like someone was making a deposit right when the bombs fell. Well, they're not going to get their interest anytime soon. We got rid of the banknotes, but kept the suitcase. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe for a future expedition will prove more fruitful. Mary Jane's condition isn't... He only found a suitcase. That sucks. That really sucks. Tired, sick, rumbling. Well, let's get ready for an expedition. Tired, sick, and hungry. Injured, great. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking. Green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now. Oh god. Bye-bye, suitcase. This game is so hard, I forgot how much. Yeah, it's hard. You need so many medkits. We grabbed our old suitcase and shoved it under the pipe. Seemed like all the liquid that was supposed to leak out did so during the night. On the bright side, we don't have to worry about the smell making us sick anymore. The downside, our suitcase is completely ruined. Ted is hungry, keeps coughing and coughing. Drink something. Wait, Ted? Yeah, Ted needs food and water. But we're sure she wants to get her injuries patched up. Mary Jane's diet. She's hungry. He's thirsty and hungry. And what else? Yeah. Let's send Timmy. Let's send him with a mop, I don't know. Wait, wasn't there a situation we needed to do something about? Still rumbling? Mary Jane is no longer getting something to drink. Wait. Mary Jane is hurt. Mary Jane is no longer hungry, getting something to drink. fair exchange. We managed to work out a deal. The woman also gave us some tips about surviving in the wasteland, but her advice seemed pretty useless. We already know that radiation is dangerous and that hitting a rat with a stick will eventually kill it. We thanked her and said our goodbyes. Ted has rested. If we don't cure, yeah. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we are going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Oh my god. Hey, he's no longer sick. Fatigued. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make a few friends, meet new people, people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Still rather sick, we can't ignore. Not improved, Ted recovered, is really thirsty. Okay. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell disestablishment tyrannism. And it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. Sure, why not? Insta-healed? I have no idea. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. Aren't there any drugs we can... No, I don't have drugs! Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Mary Jane is really tired. Mary Jane can take a lot. We haven't done anything about the lorries, if there's anything we need. Water. Okay, they're both thirsty. I have no more water! We received a mysterious note today, politely requesting that we shared some supplies with other survivors. We have no idea who it might be from, but whoever wrote this included a few words of encouragement, saying that we will be in some way rewarded for general. Yeah, I believe. Share some soup with another survivor. Sure. Found out our daughter is too dumb to survive in a non-existing future. So important, yes. The authors of the note turned out to be twin siblings, a brother and a sister. They greeted us happily and took us to a small tent where they started handing out the supplies we brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them were people of all ages, including children, the elderly, and even a mime. The sibling shook our hands and proclaimed this the beginning of a new friendship. They promised to contact us soon. Yeah, we won't survive this long. Aren't there any drugs? No, Mary Jane's can take a lot. Yeah. Sleepy all the time. She has no energy. Yeah, she's probably going to die. Maybe I shouldn't feed her. She's dead. Ted seemed to be doing all right. Death is healing. Dolores is no longer thirsty, not eaten for a while. Wait. Yeah. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulders paid a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just one canned soup. We get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. I'm curious to see if there's anything in it. Wait further instruction. I mean, we are going to die anyway, so let's just do it. Oh, a cat in the bag? That's what it is. Sharikov. Not all mutants are dangerous. Look can be deceiving. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharikov. Is that its name? Mary Jane is quite hungry, rather sick. Looking terrible, we need to do something. Mary Jane is still tired. We can't just sit around. Ted needs water to survive. Oh god. Well. Our situation is getting worse every day. Yes. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from a local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies are in the school shelter. As part of the community, we helped stock it for an emergency. So technically they're ours, right? Should we reclaim them in our hour of need? Yes. Do something, anything. Where is the son? Come back already? He's probably dead. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure that group will do just fine, most probably. Yeah, absolutely. I don't need this. Dolores is quite ill. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted is no longer thirsty. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Mary Jane injuries were enough to make her angry at us. Or at least the fact that we decided not to do anything about them. When we got up, we found a note from her claiming she deserves better and that she had left for Canada because it has a better public health care system, that's for sure. Who's hungry? I'm sorry, we don't have food. Oh. Offers 1 in exchange, 2. Let's do 2. Oh, Timmy is back. Oh god, what happened to him? Oh. But we don't have any food. After making the trade, the man packed his things into the wheelbarrow and departed. Before leaving, he uttered something about bandit activity nearby and how dangerous the area is. We're so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us. Where to go for supplies? What a silly question. To the store, of course. We decided that bombs don't matter that much and our favorite store should still be our number 1 stop for groceries. We found it, or at least what was left of it. We found a shelf with a big sign that read everything for 99 cents. The only thing left were bottles of waters. Expensive. There was a restroom in the back. Inside, we found a dead body next to a first aid box. Guess it didn't help. The vehicle down the street looked like someone work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket for out of here. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. If we don't do anything about Timmy's sickness, he might get worse. Timmy was never a fan of soup, but yeah, we don't have soup. His morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Okay, I'll cure hair because I don't think he'll survive. And we'll get ready for the expedition. Peculiar. It seems that the whole shelter has been shaking every couple of minutes, and it feels like it's getting stronger. Every time this happens, here it comes again, and it's way worse. It's an earthquake. Hold on to something. I don't know if we need yeah, I think this is better than the flashlight. Although it is for signaling as well, maybe I should have held on for that. Everyone okay? Let's hope so. We need to make a proper inspection. That was one nasty earthquake. We never used to get such bad ones before. It's all because of the atoms. Definitely the atoms. No one should mess with atoms. No one. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Dolores was cured from the illness. Dolores has been putting on a brave face. Timmy has rested. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Let's give them all drinks. Ted left for the surface. Dolores has been putting on a brave face. But I don't have food. I don't have food. Sharikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seemed to be a metal plate with an address on it. And it's not far. Should we take a quick... Yes, do it. Maybe you'll find food. Well, they didn't find food. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up, saying they've been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly Sharikov belonged to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it the last few days. Dolores has been putting on braces. She's starving. Well, you should have asked for something for the cat. Alarmed, there is a group of people outside and they don't seem too friendly. We recognize some of them. They used to be in our neighborhood watch. They don't sound too concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore. But, yeah. They are very serious about angrily waving their heavy flashlight. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. Okay, we're okay. The gun is not okay, but we have no food. I thought maybe we'll get something out of it, but I guess no. We have a hail warning weather notice now. The Danish weather. What does it mean? It's not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens if the rifle malfunctions or we use all of our ammo? We do hope it won't come to that. Otherwise, we might need to defend ourselves using knives and forks. We spoke too soon. We think the gun is broken. What do we do now? Dolores has been putting on a brave face. Yes, yes. No longer with hot water. Let's give them water. We found some weird mushrooms growing on one of the walls. Food shortage is no laughing matter, so maybe it would be a good idea to grab a mushroom and bite. Grab a mushroom bite or two. To grab a mushroom bite or two. What? What's the worst thing that could happen? Of course. Severe thunder. Someone died? What was that? Oh. Well, Timmy left. Severe thunderstorm with hail coming during the evening from 32 degrees and straight into a hailstorm. How? Sleep in the basement. Oh my god. We learned something today. Tomato soup is our best friend and mushrooms aren't. Yuck. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Dolores barely have any strength. She doesn't eat tonight. She ate mushrooms. Hunger drove Timmy insane when he realized we won't be able to provide for him. He snuck out and never returned. Sometimes a sudden urge to play an instrument takes over us. To create beautiful sound to be shared with the world around us. To sing and play and have cute mutated animals come to our feet to listen. Like a post-apocalyptic Snow White. Shall we? Sure, do it! Why do we have a cat again? Why did he come back? Be careful what you wish for. After a few minutes of playing, a small group of mutated cockroaches jumped out of the crack in our walls and started moving to the rhythm of the song. They ran around in circles and shook their little antennas. It would be adorable if they weren't so disgusting. What are we supposed to do with them now? Well, they're kind of cute. To our surprise, we found Cherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates? Oh. Our kind heart's optimism or just our stockpile of soup cans? What stockpile? We don't have any soup. Only time will tell. Dolores is about to die of hunger. Cherikov seemed to be fond of our checkerboard, its favorite game during sketches of extreme boredom and silence in the shelter is pushing the checker pieces off the table as it gazes intently at whoever happens to be sitting the closest. The sound of checkers hitting the floor every 10 seconds is getting on our nerves, and we're considering taking the game away. Should we let Cherikov play checkers? Sure, let him play. Where did he go? Oh, he's here. Cherikov really went to town on this poor checkerboard. It ate several pieces and scratched the board. It's basically unplayable now. Guess it's back to rock, paper, scissors, atom bomb, or as our only entertainment now. Dolores is barely... Yeah, I know, but I have nothing for her. Is she thirsty? Here, you can have water. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Cherikov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on the table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembered it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it, or should we examine the wire? Yes, examine the wire. I don't care, just die already. Oh, look who's back! Wait, what? I guess he's not back? We grabbed the cable and followed it to a rusty old truck parked in our neighborhood driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with two men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunker. What? The funky roaches haven't really left us. To be fair, they aren't causing that much trouble. They even seem relatively friendly and curious. Just this morning when we opened our eyes, we saw them standing in a perfect line right in front of us, as if they're waiting for something. Sure. Make them dance. Oh, if you can't beat them, join them. We figure the roaches are craving more of our music, so we fulfilled their unspoken request. They started joyfully prancing around again, creating fun shapes on the floor. Then, all of a sudden, they all left in one line. We thought the show was over, but they soon came back in a group, carrying supplies in their strong mutated backs. Insane. Looks like we made some new friends, disgusting mutated radioactive friends. Ted has been outside for far too long, yay, and still we fear he isn't coming back. Well, at least you can eat now. Can I even send her if she's the only one? I don't think I can. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them? Sure, what's the worst that could happen?